Welcome to T-Boys TV. We are back again with another T-Boy Discusses. Obviously, it's been a good few weeks since we've done one, but we are back again. Thank God for that. Last week of the transfer window, you do want there to be a bit of news, especially still for us Hatters. And there is a lot of news flying out today. As you can tell, there's maybe an outgoing. There's another possible outgoing, even though he's out of contract, and we'll get into that. And then there's a player who has extended his contract, but we'll all get into that. But the first thing I'm going to talk about out of the three bits of news today is these rumours about Tahith Chong. Now, earlier on in the summer transfer window, he was linked with a move away to Preston. Obviously, Jack Walton is a player from Luton who went there, had a pretty bit of a mare. It's one way to put it, the other night against Wrexham in the Carabao Cup. But it's come out by Danny Hall, who is a Sheffield Star writer. He has come out and said, understand United are considering a move for Tahith Chong ahead of Monday's transfer deadline. Can play a few positions and has admirers at Bramall Lane despite pre-season injury. Now, if you actually look at a lot of the comments here, from the Sheffield United fans, they're quite happy. Always liked Chong. I'd like that. Someone's put yes in capitals. A few Luton fans, I disagree with them, I'll be honest. That's my personal opinion. They say, very good player for us. Luton, be very sad if he leaves. It has had 3 replies. And people trying to say he's trolling, do you know what I mean? So people have the same sort of opinion as me. That would be a very good signing, someone says. Luton fan, I'll happily drive him to Sheffield. If I drove, I'd be the same. Happy to drop him off. But yeah, the actual Sheffield United fans, majority of them on this post in particular, actually seem happy about it. Now, I wouldn't be disheartened if he leaves. I do think, he is a good player on his day, but he hasn't shown it enough for Luton. His best game at Kenilworth Road was against Luton for Birmingham. He's sort of living off that Liverpool moment, really, in the Premier League when it comes to in a Luton shirt. And I just think his physicality is poor. And the further down you go in the English leagues, the more physical it is. And I don't think he'll be able to handle it in League One. Championship, it'll be a bit more beneficial in that sense for him. And he can play a variety of positions. So maybe that could benefit him. And Sheffield United, they've had a really, really poor start to the season. So, maybe they could get his career up and running again and get themselves up and running in particular. But yeah, Luton fan or Sheffield United fan, do let me know your thoughts on this rumour with Tahith Chong. Again, like I say, he was rumoured at the start of the window to possibly going to Preston. But obviously nothing really come out else of that. So, yeah, but the next bit of news I do want to talk about is another departure, or possible departure. So, even though he's out of contract, Tom Lockyer, he did put a post out, as we speak, coming up to an hour ago, 59 minutes ago, Missed This Feeling on his Instagram, and it was literally him scoring goals for Charlton. Now, we've seen loads of Charlton, or players go to Charlton, shall I say, obviously from us this summer, Bell, Kaminsky. Obviously, Berry went there, last season. You have seen that. Burke as well. Like, is this a possibility? Because all the pictures are literally him in a Charlton shirt. Nathan Jones is there. It would be a big risk because, obviously he hasn't played football for a while. But Charlton fans, let me know how you feel. Would you take Tom Lockyer? If you were to get him, I think for a leader at the back, he could be really good, even if he's not starting the games regularly, just being that guy in the dressing room. But I do feel there's always a big risk, and I said it myself, even if he does play for Luton again, it's a massive risk because, especially if Luton, the expectations are to be going up. With him, obviously he hasn't played for a while, he's going to be rusty. There'd be a lot of pressure, as the club as a whole, and especially of him being the captain. If he was to play for Luton again, there would be a lot of pressure. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Am I looking too much into it? Do let me know. But yeah, I did find that quite interesting. And Bell also did put eyes, like emojis to that. Someone's saying he's a tease. I don't know. Does he know something we don't? Obviously, they're footballers. You know, they do know stuff inside sometimes. I don't know. I mean, a few Luton fans are the same as me. They believe he could be on the way there. Very interesting post. And like I say, the thing that makes it really interesting is the fact that every picture is him for Charlton. So, I don't know. Let me know. Am I looking too much into that or what? But the last thing I do want to talk about today is James Shea. Now, he's extended his time at Luton Town. We're going to read a bit about what he said, what Bloomfield said, and then get my overall thoughts. So he said, I'm over the moon. I'm really happy to get it all sorted. Carry on the journey, be here for another few years. So I'm guessing by that it's a 2-year deal. I haven't really seen the official numbers. I signed as a number 2 in League 2. So to come through to where we are now, it's been some journey. The ups and downs, I've loved every single minute of it. And hopefully there's a few more ups coming. I got let go from Wimbledon and I was gutted. But everything happens for a reason. And in hindsight, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. My agent rung me up and said Luton are looking for a number 2. And I had nothing at the time. So I thought I'll take that. It's the best decision, flipping hell, can't speak, I've ever made. I love it here. I love everything about it. I love the people. It's a great club to be part of. And I just hope there are more better days coming up. And this is what Bloomfield said on it. Shea is vital to this football club. He's incredibly important to the dressing room with the way he conducts himself and he trains every day. I thought when he played at Coventry, he was excellent. He made a great save on a free kick. You know, he was good in that game. He's given great competition to Josh and keeping him on his toes. And it's a good fight that those two are having. They do it in such a good way. He pushes all the other goalies around him. It's such an important day for us to keep him here. We're delighted he's committed his future to the club. So yeah, James Shea. He signed a new contract to make him a 10-year as a Hatter. So yeah, that is absolutely brilliant. James Shea is going to be at Luton for at least 10 years, which is absolutely unbelievable. You could argue, you know, he's the new Pelly Ruddock in that sense. You know, and fair play to Shea because, you know, he's happy, he's content being number 2. You know, massive, massive credit for that because a lot of goalkeepers, they want to go out and they want to be a first teamer. You know, another example of that is Kelleher with Liverpool. Like, he, you know, obviously wanted to go out and be a number 1. He eventually has now. You know, but Shea is content. He enjoys it here. You know, he said that's the best decision he's ever made joining us. And I like Shea. At any time he stepped up, bar that Stevenage game in the League Cup all them years ago where he got done by a League 2 striker, which is a bit embarrassing. Other than that, he's always stepped in. Like, I'll never forget that game. Nottingham Forest midweek. We drew 0-0. We should have won. Sluga was our main keeper at the time. He had COVID. And Shea come in, and the last time he come in before that was that Stevenage game in the League Cup. So I was worried, but he done well. And then any time since he's had to come in, he's done well for me. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. You know, I don't really think you can mind it. You know, you've got a keeper there who's content being number 2. You know, and it's an interesting one with Shea because I actually see him retiring at Luton. I mean, let me know if you guys are the same, but yeah, I just can't see him going anywhere else. But yeah, do let me know your thoughts on that. James Shea extending his time. And obviously, we've got the Virtue Trophy coming up. The Tuesday coming up. Obviously, we take on Barnet at Kenilworth Road. Will he play in that? I am interested to see what type of team we play in that. Because obviously, we know it's going to be rotated. But will it be rotated with more so second string players? Or will it be more rotated with a lot of youngsters coming in for that? Or a mix of both? I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. Do let me know your thoughts on that as well. And yeah, obviously I did do a YouTube short on it. It did come out. But yeah, obviously the third kit has finally been announced. Had to be, because we're playing Burton this weekend. I know they played a team, can't remember who it was from the top of my head. And they both had black shorts on. So yeah, it had to be done. But the third kit come out. I did have my thoughts. If you missed it, I'll just go through them quickly now. I don't mind the leaf design. I don't mind it at all. The only thing that lets me down is the badge. But like I said, I still will get it because it's very rare that we have a light green kit. But they have said as well that next season we will be having a white kit. It's very weird not having a white kit because I know back in the day, way before my time, but I know for obviously my dad telling me and seeing pictures and things, we did used to wear white as our home top. So it is a bit weird that we haven't done that this year, I'll be honest. But yeah, we are going to have that next year. They've already said they're preparing and sorting things out for that. So hopefully that's decent. But hopefully these kits, as much as I think the badge lets the away and third one down, hopefully they're memorable kits for the years. Because I'll be honest, last season was the most kits I've ever got in a season. I think I got about 5 kits in the end, or tops. I don't wear full kits, especially the prices of them. They are a bit of a joke, I can't lie. But yeah, I got the most in a year that I've got, and we got relegated. So it wasn't really great memories. So that is also why I've been wearing this top and a bit more of the older ones recently, because the new ones don't really give great memories. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the away kit, the third kit as well. Very similar to the away kit, that's why I said it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on everything else I've discussed. Is Lockyer maybe going to Charlton? Is Chong actually going to depart the football club? And was it a smokescreen by Matt Bloomfield? Because he did say the other week, he could be back for this game. And then it's come out recently that he said he's not too sure on him, Walters, and a few others. I think Walters stays. But yeah, Chong, does he actually leave the football club? Do let me know. And then Shea, let me know your thoughts on him extending as well. And yeah, big up to everyone that's watched this. Obviously, he'll be back again with a Hat Show previewing the Burton game tomorrow. And there'll be a match reaction to the Burton game. And yeah, big up to everyone. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe. Follow me across all my socials. Subscribe to this channel. Take care. Peace.